What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here with my UFC 301 Pantoja versus Bedtime prediction. Pantoja versus Erceg predictions. I'm gonna be giving you my full card picks, early prelims, main card. You know the drill, like a builder. Trust. Let's get into this straight away. By the way, if you want the timestamps, just go down into the comment section down below. Yep, keep scrolling and fuck off, dude. I'm not doing timestamps, bro. Watch the whole video, bro. Let's start off. What do we got on the early prelims? We got Alexandro Costa. I already beat this dude versus Kevin Borjas. I'm going to go with Alexandro Costa by decision. I just think he's a little bit better. He's a pretty big flyweight, especially in terms of his muscle. He trains with Alexa Grasso and all those guys, so he does have a good team behind him. Had a really good fight with Steve Erceg. I do rate that performance, even though Erceg won pretty clearly. His striking is pretty dangerous. He's got pretty low fight IQ, at least he did in that fight, so I am a little bit worried, and he's a bit chinny for a flyweight. He got knocked out by fucking Amir Albazi. Like, bro, imagine getting knocked out by Amir Albazi, bro. But I do think he's a lot better than Kevin Borjas. Like, he's on a certain level. I think that's pretty fair to say. I believe Borjas fought Joshua Van. Not a bad loss, but I think there's a bit of a difference between having a close fight with Steve Erceg and having a close fight with Joshua Van at this point in time. I'm going to pick Alexandro Costa by decision. I think he's going to be able to, threaten with submissions. He's got good power. He's aggressive. And hopefully he's made some improvements to his fight IQ. Let's move on. We got Ishmael Bonfim, the last Benoit Saint Denis victim, versus Vince Pichel. I'm going to go with Ishmael Bonfim, but the odds on some of these fights are fucking insane, dude. I swear Bonfim is like a 5-1 favorite. Bro is not that good, bro. Like, dude, he is not that good, bro. But I do think he's going to get this one done. Probably by KO. I was going to pick Vince Pichel, but I feel like Ishmael, this is one of those performances where Bonfim just comes back and there's a lot of questions, and he just gets a sick KO and people are like, holy fuck, he's back, or maybe he throws up a submission. I think that's a possibility here. Vince Pichel is very hard to KO. He hasn't been KO'd very much in his career. I think that there's a submission chance here for Ishmael Bonfim. I could see a guillotine. I could see a rear naked choke, just in a scramble. So I might pick Ishmael Bonfim by submission. We haven't really seen him use it in the UFC, but his brother's got that nasty guillotine. I'm going to assume Ishmael Bonfim probably has a similar game, especially against a wrestler like Pichel, who's going to be trying to win a decision more likely than not. Give me Ishmael Bonfim by submission, round 2 or round 3. All right, man. I think he's going to have a good performance. Next up, we got Deion Barboza. Okay. Versus Ernesto Caracide. Legit, I've never seen either of these two exist on the earth. I'm going to pick Ernesto to win that one by decision. Next up, we got Mauricio Ruffi versus Jamie Malaki. Oh, Jamie Malaki, bro. Fuck, man. It's going to be tragic because I think Mauricio Ruffi's probably going to win, dude. I like Jamie Malaki, bro. I'm Australian. I'm allowed to be biased. But he is a guy that's getting chinned a lot at the moment in the UFC. He has some decent wins. The Francisco Prado win, pretty, good win in my opinion. He's had some good fights back in the day. He beat Karma Worthy, I believe that's a fight I remember him having. But other than that, all that's coming to mind is this guy getting knocked out by fucking Nasrat Hakparast and, that other guy that he just fought as well. And fucking Muhammad Naimov, dude. So I think Mauricio Ruffi's going to be dangerous. I think he's going to get a KO here. Maybe an early stoppage in round 1, like late round 1. I can see a ref being really hesitant to let Malaki go out. So I do believe Ruffi, if he drops Malaki bad enough, a ref will be very quick to stop that. Especially unless it's Mark Goddard, then it's an early prelim. This guy, they're going to a decision. That's war. But all jokes aside, I'm going to get Ruffi by KO. Last fight on the early prelims, we got Joaquim Silva, who may or may not be better than Charles Oliveira, versus Jakar Clo. That was a joke, by the way. People, can I just say, do you guys know what fucking sarcasm is, dude? I know I've made some very, dumb jokes in the past, but in my last video, or one of my last videos, I made a joke saying, bro, Paddy Pimblett beats Topuria. Obviously joking. And people L take Bedtime. I'm unsubscribing, bro. You seriously think Paddy Pimblett? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I really think Paddy Pimblett beats Topuria. You fucking moron. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm picking Drakkar Klose by decision. He's better. He's a little bit chinny, but I think he gets that one done. Joaquim Silva's best highlight is one punch against Sarukian, and he had a close fight with fucking Clay Guida. Let's move on. We got Gene, the Orc Silva. A lot of orcs on this card. Taking on William Gomez. Now, I like Gene Silva. I'm not looking forward to his walkout. I know it's going to be a fucking slog to get through. He's like prime Kamaru Usman with the fucking 20-minute walkout. But I'm going to pick William Gomez to win this one by decision. He's too long. He's too rangy. He's just more technical. And he knows how to win fights. Like, he knows how to win a decision. These French guys, at the lower level of competition, they know how to get it done, dude. It's when they face people that are really, really dogs and really, really, like, you know, higher level. And I think Gene Silva is powerful, but he's not necessarily the best fighter. He's got a pretty, like, iffy kind of record and resume. I mean, beating Weston Wilson, like, dude, come on, man. So I'm going to pick William Gomez by decision, but I can see Gene Silva having good moments. And honestly, like I said in my bingo video, do not be surprised if Gene Silva wins a robbery decision in this fight. I would not be surprised at that shit, but I'm going to pick William Gomez, but just remember I said that. Let's move on. The people's main event, dude. The people's main event. We've got Charles Oliveira 2.0 versus Genghis Khan. This is a banger, dude. This is like an epic rap battle of history matchup right here, dude. What the fuck? Yo, why am I so funny? Anyways, dude, I'm gonna pick Miktabek Orobai by decision. I do believe that he's been through harder, you know, route. Like, he went through the Ice Age. He built the Mongol Empire. You know, all that stuff. So he revolutionized warfare. So I'm gonna pick Orobai. Genuinely, I will probably pick him by KO or like unanimous decision. I think he's too big. He's more well-rounded. He's just like such a good grappler and just a big fucking lightweight. Like, he's going to be a monster in the lightweight division. I think he's going to be able to kind of really have his way with Elvis Brenner in the grappling. The striking is interesting. I think Elvis Brenner's going to try and, you know, push a pace, knee Orobai to the body, cut him up with elbows. You know how he fights, dude. But I just think he's not going to have enough time to do that in this fight. I think he's going to spend a lot of round one on his back, being beat up on the ground, and I think eventually he's just going to succumb to the pressure and get either ground and pound TKO from Orobai, or I can see Orobai, he's so well-rounded in my opinion that I think he's going to be able to feint level changes into big shots, and I can see him just catching Elvis Brenner with some bullshit. I'm probably going to pick him by decision. I think Brenner's going to be tough enough to survive, but I'm going to pick Orobai here. Let's move on. We got Karolina Kalvakevich, whatever her name is, versus Yasmin Lucindo. I actually like Kovacevic. I'm not going to keep joking, pretend I don't know who she is. She's actually a good fighter. I like Kovacevic. Very experienced. And she went on a generational Tony Ferguson level fallout, and now she's on a 4-fight win streak. I'm not saying she's better all time than Tony. I'm just saying, has he gone on a win streak? No, she has. I'm going to pick her to win this fight. I don't know what. This makes no sense, right? On paper, Lucindo is Brazilian. She's younger. She's bigger. She's probably technically better. Like, if you watch them fight, you would think Lucindo would win. WMMA makes no sense. I'm going to pick Kovacevic by decision. I think she's just going to randomly outstrike Lucindo. And that'll be that. So give me Karolina Kovacevic. She's on a 4-fight winning streak, I believe. She's got a lot of momentum. And like I said, this sport makes absolutely no sense. She does not look washed when she fights. And she's more experienced. She's tougher. She's been through way harder competition. She still looks good. I'm going to pick Kovacevic. Last fight on the prelims, we got Jack Shaw, who apparently is being coached by Jonathan Pierce. He's going to be in the... Get up and do something, boy. Dude versus Joe Anderson Brito. I can't believe he said that shit to Brito, dude. That shit was wild, dude. He was literally living the racist Bryce Mitchell. Get up and do something, boy. Get up, boy. I'm gonna start doing that in my fights, dude. I'm gonna take people down in jiu-jitsu, man. Get up, boy. Come on, do something, boy. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm Jonathan Piercing right now. I'm picking Joe Anderson Brito. I'm picking him by KO. I think he's gonna brutally KO Jack Shaw. I just don't see it with Jack Shaw. I'm sorry. I get that he's a prospect. I just don't see it. I do not see it with Jack Shaw. When I watch Joe Anderson Brito fight, I'm like, this guy reminds me of Davis and Figueiredo. He really reminds me of Figueiredo in just, you just feel this impending doom for everyone that he's fighting. Like, you feel this scary, like, oh fuck, what's he gonna do to this guy? And when I look at this matchup, I just go, I can see him just chinning Jack Shaw brutally. He has the submission game as well. Like, he's just a nasty motherfucker. He beat Diego Lopez. That win is just aging so fucking well. It's aging like my King LeBron. And yeah, I'm going to pick Joanderson Brito probably by KO in round 1 or round 2. I think he's going to be, you know, out-techniqued for a little bit, and then boom, he's going to find something. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops him and locks up a submission as well. But yeah, Joanderson Brito, he's a real problem at featherweight, dude. He's a serious problem at featherweight. Watch him just lose now. Let's move on to the main card, all right? Opening up the main card, we've got Paul Craig versus Cal Baralho, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Guys, I want to pick Paul Craig. I am feeling this Paul Craig win coming, dude. I talked about it in the bingo card video. Go watch that if you haven't seen it. Dude, he's dyed his hair blonde. He's supposed to lose this fight. He's like a 9-1 underdog on Tapology on this fight. I swear it's like 80% of people are picking Cal Baralho. But you know what? I'm going to pick him. I'm going to pick Cal Baralho to win this fight by decision. I think Paul Craig looked so bad against Brendan Allen. And you know what? If Brendan Allen had finished like Chris Curtis, if he had fought Marvin Vettori and beat him, I would be like, you know what? That's not a bad loss to have. But he looked so gun-shy, so timid in that fight. He did land a nasty kind of like submission attempt on Allen. But other than that, he got rocked, he got dropped, he got beat up by Brendan Allen. He got finished badly. I just really feel like he has no aura left, dude. And I hate to bring that into a MMA analysis. I'm an MMA analyst now, guys. Like, literally, Steve Erceg thinks I'm an analyst of MMA, guys. So I take my job very seriously. But yeah, this guy has no aura on God. But nah, for real. I feel like he just looked so timid. He looked so gun-shy. And Cal Baralho, he doesn't have the most impressive wins. Like, he's got a good resume. He's a good prospect. You know, his last fight against Abush Magomedov, I would have liked to see him get a finish, but he's well-rounded. He's good. He's a big, strong middleweight. I think that his momentum, I think his youth, he'll get the decision win, and it is in Brazil as well. I feel like Paul Craig's going to try and strike a bit too much. I feel like he's going to get dropped early, but I don't think he's going to get finished. I'm going to take Baralho by unanimous decision, probably 30-27, 29-28. Craig maybe has a moment or two, but I think if Cal Baralho has like a brain cell in his fucking head, he's going to win a decision. Just being kind of boring, being kind of patient, using his striking. If he knocks down Paul Craig, maybe he follows him down a couple of times, but for the most part, I think he'll just use his striking, stuff takedowns, win this fight. Give me Cal Baralho by decision. Let's move on. We've got Michel Pereira versus Ihor Potieria. Can I just say, shout out to Ihor Potieria, bro. This guy is still down to fight Shara Bullet, regardless of the outcome of this fight. This guy's a fucking Chad of the highest order. Dana White paid this man. He is Kevin Holland maxing so hard right now. Sorry, Curtis Blades just messaged me. You know, it is guys. I'm just a celebrity. Anyways, dude, I'm picking Michel Pereira though. With all that being said, Dana White paid this man. He's getting fucking slept, bro. He's getting fucking done in by Michel Pereira. I was really overthinking this because I looked on Tapology and I'm looking online at polls and things, and it's literally like 5% of people are picking Ihor Potieria. I'm like, he's not that bad. He does have power. He's a big, goofy middleweight. He could do this, but I think Michel Pereira is going to fuck this guy up. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to pick Pereira. He's the better fighter. He's more well-rounded. I can see him dropping Potieria and just subbing him, but I'm going to take Michel Pereira by KO. Maybe a flying knee, maybe a big right hand down the middle. Give me Michel Pereira by KO. I mean, on paper, Anthony Smith is the better fighter everywhere. Guys, this is the part of the video where a lot of people get mad. Usually it's when I bring up Bilal Muhammad. This is where I'm going to do it today. I'm picking Anthony Smith. I'm picking Anthony Smith, bro. Why am I picking Anthony Smith? I'm glad you asked. Listen, this is part of his rebirth. He had to break his beak. I'm picking Anthony Smith, dog. Let me talk to you, bro. All right. Petrino is a 9-1 favorite on Tapology. He's like a 5-1 favorite on the betting lines. Petrino is not that fucking good, bro. He is not that good, dude. He went to a fucking close decision with Anton Tokaj and Tyson Pedro. He's not that good, dude. He is not that good. Say what you want about Anthony Smith. He would finish Anton Tokaj. He would KO Anton Tokaj, bro. I believe Anthony Smith right now would finish Tyson Pedro, or at least clearly beat him, just like Vitor Petrino. Petrino is taking a Benoit. I'm not going to say a Benoit. Let me stop, because he's not. Anthony Smith is not Dustin Poirier. But he is taking a big jump in competition. He is going from Tyson Pedro and Modestas Bukauskas and, you know, fucking Anton Tokaj to fighting Anthony fucking Smith. And I know Smith is a meme. He has only lost to ranked guys, basically. Anyone that's not ranked, he's beating them. He took the Khalil Roundtree fight on short notice. He looked good in that fight. He was outboxing Khalil Roundtree, the deadly Muay Thai, you know, Pereira destroyer, like the dude that's going to KO Jamal Hill. Smith was outstriking this fucking guy. You know, Ryan Spann. I rewatched that fight because I remember Smith having the blown up eye. I was like, Jesus Christ, Smith kind of sucks. I rewatched that fight. Dude, he was styling on Ryan Spann, bro. Dude, he was fucking styling on Ryan Spann, bro. He literally was doing like Muay Thai sweeps on Spann and fucking him up, dude. He was dropping him with leg kicks. I think Anthony Smith is going to pull this off somehow. I cannot pick Vitor Petrino, who is so unproven, when he's a 5-1 favorite. That's just ridiculous. That's just not how you pick fight. He is not 5-1 better than Anthony Smith. I'm picking Anthony Smith. He really is not as bad as people think he is, and I really think that this is going to be one of those Anthony Smith, oh my god, he's back type performances against the unranked guy. I'm sensing a fraud check here, dude. So give me Anthony Smith by decision. Let's talk about the co-main event. I've been tossing up on this one. I've been going back and forth like a seesaw. Trust. I really cannot decide. There's two outcomes to this fight, dude. Either Aldo checks the calf kicks, the leg kicks of Martinez, and he completely fucks up Martinez with his boxing. Martinez does not box. Martinez does not throw punches. He kicks and he clinches if you get close to him. He does train at elevation. He's going to be younger. He's going to be a little bit fresher, in my opinion. He's more likely to start out strong, I guess, and not have any sort of ring rust. But it's Jose fucking Aldo, dude. I'm picking Jose Aldo by KO. I'm feeling a body shot TKO here, or an uppercut. Starts the finishing sequence. He just backs Martinez up, flurries him against the fence. Ref steps in because, like I said, Jonathan Martinez, he kicks, he clinches. He does not punch. Every single time he threw a kick, he just shelled up in a high guard, and Yanez was hitting him with 5-piece combinations, 4-piece combinations. Davey Grant was able to get inside with the boxing pretty easily. Jose Aldo, he is coming off a long layoff, but I mean, Dominic Cruz has come back from long layoffs. You know, John Jones has come back from a long layoff. Jose Aldo is that level of fighter. Like, I know that sounds like he is that level of fighter with less damage taken, in my opinion. I mean, he had a great fight against Marab, and I just think he's the better fighter. Like, he is just the better fighter. The only way I see Aldo losing is if he's just not sharp at all. He's just lost it. He's just lost it. And he's too heavy, you know, heavy in his feet, and he just gets leg kicked to shit. I can see an Anderson Silva type injury TKO for Martinez. That would be kind of sad to see. But yeah, I'm going to trust Jose Aldo. I think he can mix in wrestling as well. If he does get hit with a kick, I can see him catching a leg kick and taking down Martinez. I just think Aldo is like, I hate to go Lucas Tracy mode. He's just crafty. He's dangerous. He's violent. He's going to hurt Martinez at some point. And Martinez, like I said, he goes really high with his guard. He puts his elbows like next to his temples when he blocks up. So I can see Aldo going to the body. I can see Aldo ripping an uppercut on the way in. And if he checks the leg kicks, he wins this fight. It's really that simple, dude. So give me Aldo by round 2 TKO. Let's move on. Main event, guys. Me versus Alexandre Pantoja. I already dropped a video about this. I am picking Steve Erceg by decision. I know that he is a huge underdog. I believe not too much now. The line is moving a bit. I want to say it's like 2-1 for Pantoja. I know that Pantoja is a dangerous fighter. But dude, Steve Erceg is just so well-rounded. He's just so well-rounded. And I'm going to talk about the why I think Erceg is so good. But just my immediate thoughts on this fight is just, he's so well-rounded. He doesn't have anything to lose. Pantoja is the one that has to get a finish here. I'm sensing that underdog story coming, dude. I think for Pantoja to win, he's going to have to be more physical. He's going to have to get Erceg early. Like, he's going to have to beat him in round 1 or round 2 to win this fight. Or he's going to have to just lay and pray, basically. Steve Erceg is not a boxer, dude. People are picking Erceg by KO. They're like, oh, either Erceg by KO or Pantoja stinks it up. Dude, Steve Erceg's wrestling credentials are the same as like Robert Whittaker and fucking Alexander Volkanovski, dude. He's a national wrestling champion, bro. He's a jiu-jitsu guy more than a striker. That's why he only has 2 KOs in his career. 1 KO in the UFC, and it's Matt Schnell. If you're picking this guy based off Matt Schnell, you don't know fucking MMA, bro.
I think he just needs to believe and have the confidence to go for it.
Well, that's another thing, right? Everyone probably just thinks he's a striker because that's all we've really seen in the UFC. But we've seen him on the local scene, like his grappling's very good.
Steve Erceg, he's a grappler, and his striking is clinical. He's a big flyweight. He's bigger than Volkanovski in terms of his frame. He's long, he's rangy, he's just sharp, dude. He's just sharp. Pantoja, I watched this guy fight. He's getting outboxed easily. He's getting outstruck. He's getting fucking out-scrambled. The only thing that he has is his physicality, his chin, his toughness. He does have legit, like, dangerous grappling, but as a fight goes on, you see him get less and less aggressive, less and less hunting the finish, more just laying on an opponent. Erceg, he's an Australian. The way that these guys fight, the way that we fight, I'm going to just say it from what I see, watching regional fights, watching pro fights in Australia. You name a UFC fighter in like from Australia, like Volkanovski, Robert Whittaker, all these guys. When have you seen them just get held down? When have you seen them just give up and try and throw up submissions? Even when they are controlled, they are trying to get back up straight away. They are good at stuffing takedowns. They are good at counter wrestling and scrambling. All of them are. I think Steve Erceg is going to be able to stuff the takedowns. I think as the fight goes on, his boxing is going to improve. It's going to get better. He's going to be landing the jab. He's going to be landing the 1-2 on Pantoja. The most dangerous time for Erceg is the first 2 rounds. And I can honestly see Pantoja being a little bit more respectful of him than he was of Moreno, who he fought twice, Royval, who he already fought, in terms of getting straight after him. I think he will end up on his back early, but I just trust Erceg to be smart, be relaxed, be clinical, and I'm going to pick Erceg by decision. I think he is more likely to be able to wrestle with Pantoja than he is to just flatline KO him. I don't see Pantoja getting chinned. He's too tough. He's too good. But yeah, I'm picking Erceg by decision. Let me know your picks down below. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments, man. Appreciate all you guys blowing up the channel by, you know, getting me asked about at Media Day, Erceg acknowledging the meme, all this shit. It's fucking surreal to see, so I just want to say thank you guys so much. Let's hit 30K soon, boys. And yeah, subscribe to the channel so we can do that. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.